Lily Allen had been holding a grudge against Elton John for years and recently confessed the real reason behind it. The Smile singer confessed during a recording of her BBC podcast Miss Me, which she co-hosts with Makita Oliver, that there was bad blood between her and Elton John. She recalled sending the Rocket Man icon a long letter, where she opened up about various personal issues but never received a response. It was during the podcast episode that Allen explained how she had been feeling resentful towards John as a result, only realizing years later that it was her own fault. Allen began, "I used to be managed by Elton John. He would call me like once every couple of weeks to check in and say hi and make sure I was okay. And there was some times in that period where I wasn't okay. We parted ways, and I wrote this long letter to say how sad I was about the situation and that there was a big Elton-shaped hole in my life. Over the next few years as my life began to sort of spiral out of control, I held much resentment for the fact that I'd made myself very vulnerable in this letter and told him all about my sobriety, and I was quite cross with him for a few years." When asked if the resentment came from John not responding to her letter, Allen agreed this was the case. This feeling of animosity towards the Your Song singer evaporated though when she learned the truth. Allen continued, "I thought it was mean of him, and then when I moved here to America, I was unpacking and I found the letter. I never sent it. Elton, if you're listening, which you're probably not, I love you and I no longer harbor that resentment towards you." This situation could explain some of the not fair star's behavior towards John over the years. Back in 2008, when they hosted the GQ Men of the Year Awards, Allen was noticeably drunk on stage with him suggesting that she leaves the champagne alone. To this, Allen replied, off, Elton. I'm 40 years younger than you. I have my whole life ahead of me. He then memorably joked, I could still snort you under the table. It was the following year when Allen's music video for Who'd Have Known came out that another dig was taken at John. It featured her abducting an Elton John lookalike, tying him up in her living room and making him confess his love for her.